Okay, jQuery. So jQuery is the most popular scripting language nowadays. The definition of jQuery: jQuery is JavaScript library, and jQuery is a fast and concise JavaScript library. Is a fast and concise JavaScript library and used to simplify document traversing, and event handling, next animations, and Ajax for web development. Okay, so jQuery supports all these concepts: document traversing and event handling, animations, Ajax. Okay, so Ajax for implement web applications to interact with the database. Okay, so we can retrieve the data from database and we can submit the data to the database also by using Ajax in jQuery. So the main purpose of jQuery make make it much easier to use JavaScript in web applications. Okay, so the purpose of jQuery is make it much easier to use JavaScript in web applications. jQuery is simply JavaScript library of JavaScript code. jQuery is library of JavaScript code. Okay, so by using JavaScript, they are implemented jQuery library. The main difference between JavaScript and jQuery: JavaScript is a scripting language and designed for use within web applications. Okay, web applications. And jQuery is a JavaScript library. jQuery is a JavaScript library the number of functions written in number of JavaScript functions functions written. Okay, okay, written in jQuery library. So jQuery made it easy to select DOM elements. jQuery made it easy to select DOM elements. DOM elements, and we can modify them with their content. For example, to select the text box in the HTML document by using JavaScript, we have to write like this: text box name and equal to document dot get element by id, and in this document get element by id method we have to provide the text box name. Or so for anything, any HTML element to find out in jQuery JavaScript, we have to write like this. Okay, dot value. So in jQuery, so we can write simple statement to find the value of text box. Dollar symbol and bracket. Within the bracket we have to give the text box name and then followed by value property, where name equal to. So this is the simple statement to get the value from text box, and this is the statement to get the value from text box by using JavaScript. And one more thing is, by using jQuery, write less and do more. Okay, so this is the concept of jQuery: write less and do more. So we can write less code and much functionality. The main advantages of jQuery: advantages of jQuery. First one is HTML event methods, and the second one is CSS manipulation, and third one is HTML DOM manipulation, and fourth one is Ajax, fifth one is and effects and animations. Effects and the animations. Okay, so these are the features of jQuery, and nowadays jQuery is the most popular and extendable framework. And to use the jQuery in our web applications, we have to download the jQuery library from jQuery.com website. Okay, go to jQuery.com website. Okay, to do that, download the jQuery library and the latest version of jQuery. And the present version is version 3.1.0 is the current version of jQuery. So when you click on this download button, so you will get the links. Okay, download the compressed production and development key. Okay, and there is a number of versions available. To download this jQuery library, click on this first one or second one. So there is a two versions of jQuery available. So first one is production version and the second one is development version. So you can download any one. So click on this first link. So it will download the jQuery and 3.1.0.min.js file, and you can use this library in your HTML forms. And next one is, here there is a CDN is there. Okay, using jQuery with the CDN. So if you don't want to download the jQuery library and if you want to use hosted jQuery library, so you can use CDN file from Microsoft, Google or jQuery CDN. Okay, so there is a hosted libraries available in Google CDN or Microsoft CDN or CDN JS CDN or JS Deliver CDN. So these websites are provided hosted jQuery libraries. If you don't want to download jQuery library, you can use library from these websites. So click on this Google CDN. Okay, so here present version is 3.1.0. So this is the latest version. If you need older versions, you can scroll down to get the older versions. Okay, and the present version is 3.1.0. Okay, so this is the present version. So you can use this script tag in your HTML form to implement jQuery functionalities. So first of all, we can create one HTML form. Sample form. Okay, so I want to display present, okay, current date time in paragraph or in text box by using jQuery. So first of all, we have to use the jQuery library. Okay, copy this script tag and paste here. Okay, so you will get the jQuery functionalities by using this URL, or you can use download jQuery file also. For this, you have to copy this library you have to copy this library. Okay, this one is copy this one and go to your website folder and paste here. Okay, so this is the jQuery library. Directly you can use this library using script tag source equal to jQuery 3.1.0. Okay, and script tag. So you can use like this or like this. So this is the better way to use jQuery library in our uh, applications. The sample example is I want to display current date time in text box. Okay, so I will take one text box, text, and ID for text box is date. Okay, close this one. And next use script tag. So here one more thing important statements is there, that is document.ready event. So document dot ready. So I will explain this one function. Next one is dollar txt date dot so val equal to date. Okay, so run this example. There are two errors. Invalid left hand side is assignment. Value so you can take one button also. So when you click on this button, so you can display current date time in text box. Display date and ID btn click. So here we have to write dollar symbol and hash btn click dot click event. So we are binding event, okay, click event to the button from jQuery function. And after that we have to write this statement in this text event in this function. So now run this example and click this button. What happened? Okay, so by using jQuery, we are displaying current date time in this text box. Okay, so ID of the text box, and when you click on this button, okay, so this is the syntax of jQuery. First of all, dollar symbol we have to use. Dollar sign is define the jQuery. Okay, so first of all, you have to remember this one. Dollar symbol defines jQuery, and okay, dollar symbol defines jQuery, and in the bracket is the selector. Okay, so which one you want to select, which HTML element you want to select. So we have to use this one here, ID of the selector. Okay, or class selector or element selector we can use here. Okay, so there is a three types of selectors. I already explained the selectors in CSS. ID selector, element selector, and class selector. Okay, so these are the three selectors. So by using these three selectors we can manipulate, and after that is the function. Okay, this is the action to perform on the elements. So next one is document.ready event. So this document.ready event is to prevent any jQuery code from running before the document is finished loading. That is, document.event is document.ready function ready is used to prevent any jQuery code prevent any jQuery code from running before the document is finished loading. Okay, so this is the uses of document that ready event to prevent jQuery code from running before the document is finished loading. Okay, so after document is ready, the jQuery code is ready to execute. And next, jQuery selectors. jQuery selectors. Okay, so this is I want to explain this. So selectors allows you to select HTML elements and manipulate them. Okay, these selectors allows you to manipulate HTML elements. So the selectors are used to find HTML elements based on their ID, based on their ID and class and element name and type okay, and attributes, okay, and much more. Okay, so there are a number of selectors available in jQuery. So I will explain these important selectors, and remaining things we have to practice. jQuery selectors. Okay, so these are the all selectors available. Okay, so you can practice these things. And first of all, element selector. So element selector. So the selector selects elements. Selector selects elements based on the element name. Okay, so based on element name, you can select the HTML elements and manipulate them. So for example, for element selector, so when a user click on the button, so we can hide HTML element. We can hide any HTML element. Okay, so for this you can do one example for element selector. Add one HTML document, the name of element selector. So for example, here I have one div element. In this div element some content is there. Okay, so you can copy this content and paste here. Okay, so there is some content in div element, and we can use some CSS and background color light gray, and color is text color is okay, so dark orange, and the height of the div 300 pixels, and width of div 200 pixels. Okay, and the padding is 10 pixels. So I can take one button, input type equal to button, and value equal to hide div. Okay, and id for button btn hide. So when you click on this button, I want to hide this pattern div element. Okay, for this I want to use jQuery library. Okay, already hosted jQuery library. and after that use script tag, and one more thing is document dot ready function. So this is the must and should important function to write jQuery functionalities. And next, dollar symbol. So after write the jQuery document dot ready function. So think about it. About it. Uh, so what functionality you want to execute? So when you click on this button, so we want to hide the development, so that we have to bind the click event for button from jQuery. So now use dollar symbol and button ID btn hide, and after that click event, open the parenthesis and function. Okay, and after that, so this event is bind to the button, and when you click on this button, so we have to hide the div element, so that you can use div dot hide. Okay, already predefined method is there, hide. So run this example. Okay, so div is there. So when you click on this button, the div element is hidden. Okay, so see here, style equal to display none. Okay, style is applied when you click on this button. Okay, so jQuery internally applies this function to the selected element, this display style none property, CSS property. Okay, and this is the ID element selector. So by using JavaScript, we have to write like this: uh, document dot get element by name. Okay, and div dot style dot display equal to none. Okay, and refresh this form and run this. Display is undefined. So use ID for div1 document get element by ID div1. Document get element by ID is not a function. Okay, so document get element by ID div1 and style display equal to none. So document is hidden. So refresh this form and click again. Okay, so div element is hidden. So these are the element selector. and second one is, this is the first one, and second one is id selector. So id selector uses the id attribute of html element. Id selector uses the id of attribute id attribute of an html element. html element to find the specific elements. Okay, so id selector is used to find specific element. So for this you can do one example. Add one html document, id selector, here I want to hide the paragraph. Okay, hide the div element, just same like this. Okay, by using id selector. Okay, so div is has id div1. For id selector we have to use hash symbol, and one div1 is the id of div element. So when you click on this button, div is hidden. Okay, will be hidden, and so to run this example, click on div, click on button, when div is hidden, go to inspect element and see here in body tag. So same style equal to display none, css properties applied by internally. Okay, for div element. Okay, so these are the predefined methods implemented in jQuery library by using JavaScript. So all JavaScript statements are used to they are used to implement like these predefined functions. And next is class selector. Third one is class selector. So this class selector finds HTML elements with a specific class name. Class selector finds HTML elements, find HTML elements with a specific class name. Class name. For example, copy this total code and create an HTML document. Class selector and paste here. Okay, so I want to hide this div element by using class selector. The class is CSS class myDiv. Okay, and you can apply this class name to the div element and my class myDiv. And in this jQuery code, in hide method selector, we have to use dot symbol to find the HTML elements by using class selector my div. Okay, for ID selector we have to use hash symbol. For class selector we have to use dot symbol. Okay, so by using class name we are finding the HTML element and hide div element. So click on this button. So div is hidden. Go to inspect element and check here. Okay, class name my div and style equal to display none. CSS property is applied internally. Okay, so these are the three important selectors, and remaining selectors is to find the all HTML elements in the document. So we have to use star. Okay, star symbol to select all HTML elements in the document. Okay, so for example, create an HTML form, select all elements. So for example, I have two div elements, okay, and two paragraphs is there, and there is some content is there, my sample content, another content, sample paragraph, and this is second paragraph. Okay, so this is second paragraph. So I want to hide all these HTML elements. So when you click on this button, we can take one button, type button and value hide all. Okay, and the ID for button btn hide all. So for this, call the jQuery library and next script tag script tag and next document dot get element by document dot ready function. Okay, and next dollar symbol hash btn hide all dot click function. So when you click on this button, so I want to hide all these HTML elements. Okay, so with button also all elements are hidden. Star dot hide. Okay, run this example once. We click on this button. So all elements are hidden. Okay, including button also. Total head tag is display none, HTML tag is display none, body tag also display none. Okay, so all elements are display none. And one more thing is this keyword also. Okay, so using this keyword, okay, so using this keyword, so this is the keyword. Okay, this is the particular keyword in JavaScript or jQuery keyword. Okay, select current HTML element. HTML element. Current HTML element. So for this, I want to hide only one particular button. So when you click on this button, so you want to hide this button only. So you can use this keyword. Okay, this keyword to hide the particular selected button only. Run this and hide. Okay, only one button is hidden. Okay, so by this keyword hides the current HTML element only. Okay, and the next one is for example, there is a uh, another list in our HTML document AL with the list items li item 1 li item 2 li item 3. So okay, I want to select first list item by using jQuery. So for this you can take one button. Okay, value is select first item. Okay, and id btn select. So when you click on this button, okay, dollar symbol hash btn select dot click event. So I want to select only first. I want to remove or I want to hide first list item. Okay, first list item in another list. For this dollar symbol and use ul and li first child. Okay, and dot hide method. Okay, so select first item. Okay, first item is hidden. Okay, so display non properties of type. Okay, so first to select last child, last item, you have to use last child li colon last child. Okay, and the number of selectors is there. Okay, practice these selectors, you will get some idea about the selectors. Okay, so these are all selectors. Okay, so today you can practice the selectors, and tomorrow you can continue. So use this link to practice the selectors. Okay, id selector, class selector, element selectors, and first, last, even, odd. Okay, first child, last child, and nth of type, nth last child, nth child. Okay, so we can use nth child, nth child of second. Okay, so second item is hidden. Okay, we can use nth child of 2. Okay, so